Welcome boys and girls, Christine here with Total War Warhammer 3, the Old World Custom Campaign mod, playing as Belegar Ironhammer. We're going to go reclaim Karak 8 Peaks. So what I'm using over here in this specific campaign is I am using obviously the Old World mod, all the things that are required for that, and also some mods to remove the Siege Battle modifier. So every time you play a Siege Battle or Settlement Battle by default in the base game, it creates a situation where whereby you end up having a deficit in terms of military force compared to the defender, or whenever anyone attacks a settlement, by the way. It's not even a question of like, oh, do you get a penalty? Everyone gets a penalty. So I'm going to just start by starting to acquire Khasid subsidies, and we also start with this army right here as well. So there are some ogres in this location. We're just going to go take out that settlement and give it to Boogman's Brewery. Get various options right there. We are likely to face a rebellion. Speaking about rebellions, by the way, we should probably get rid of these particular structures right here and construct new ones. We're going to need the economic potential. We are going to be losing a fair amount of money in this situation, but yeah, that's not necessarily going to be too big of a problem right now. So that was turn one. Diplomacy wise, we don't really have any choices right now, well, except declaring war on the Court of the Night right here with Elspeth, just getting a bit of money right there. But that's about it. So we do have the Black Mountains in this specific situation. We're going to take this settlement, and what we really want to do is get some deals with Boogman's Brewery so we can confederate them. I'm not sure if they're at war with anyone actually, but I guess we'll find that out turn 2. Okay, so that is turn 1. Let's end it. I mean, in-turn speed is reasonably okay. Sure, some factions do take longer than others, but, you know, I would say a couple of minutes. But bear in mind, I do have a pretty powerful computer. I do have an NVMe drive, so it's a bit of a different dynamic when you're dealing with that as opposed to, you know, a regular computer. Anyway, so we're just going to use the underway right here. Let me just check the stream that it's all good. Seems all solid. If there's any problems, you know, let me know. You know, I'm eager to hear if there's any specific problems. Maybe with SDR, no, should be fine. Again, if there's any issues whatsoever with the stream, maybe I should check that out, actually. Yeah, so we're just going to get more dwarves right there. No. Oh, we declare war on Maneater. Whoops! I did not necessarily think that's what was going to happen right there. But hey, you know, it's like, okay, we'll deal with that. Whoopsie doopsie. And I will need more money in order to build a barracks. Is there anyone I can engage in with diplomacy? Yeah, so there is. Yes, indeed. And that's kind of the point, really. It's like we get that specific I forgot that man-eater was right there, so we're just going to get a non-aggression pact with these dwarves. And, you know, maybe try and not get clobbered by man-eater would be, you know, a bit nice, I guess. Okay, so we do start with that tier 2 barracks right there. I do have various ways of dealing with man-eater, though. That's not the problem. So, that's not necessarily going to be the big issue right here. I'll be honest with you. So it's like, he can obviously use tunneling stance. I hope the game hasn't just crashed there. There's a bit of a delay sometimes, so you never know what you're going to get until, you know, it obviously does happen. I think I'm going to try and take over that specific settlement and just sell it to him so he leaves me the F alone. Because otherwise, or maybe declare war on Silent. Yeah, I mean, when in doubt, just go to war with the fucking Empire. It's like, what they're gonna do about it. Obviously, this is just the start, but yeah, it's gonna be a bit sketchy. But yeah, I mean, I do want to use this army of Karak. This is gonna be my way of getting financial results, so to speak. Okay, so fall back right there. Okay, we do have tons of cash, so that's not really going to be a problem. Just underway right here. And boom. Unfortunately, that does happen. So there is a tendency in the old world mod, and in general in the game actually, whenever you're playing as the dwarves, to get crash. World mod. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, okay, so that seems pretty okay. Fair enough. Okay, so that's fine. Let's disable that. Just restart. I'm gonna have to do the end turn again, unfortunately, because that's just the reality. I think I think the way I'm going to do it from now on is that whenever I attack a settlement, I'll just quick save before the battle. You know, so that it doesn't happen like that again. Okay, so let's disable damage, start the game. Okay, let's load that up. So, Clan Angerand. And yeah, you know, I kind of think to myself right here, do I need to recruit? Yeah, I think I'm just going to use the underway on after there, because I just want to get rid of that army. Kind of. It's a discussion, right? Because economically, again, just in a bad position, gotta deal with shit. I did get money with Bugman's Brewery right there, some diplomatic relations, etc. Didn't quite think Man-Eater would, you know, confederate that entire ogre faction, but I guess he defeated their faction leader, so that's normal. Ogres be ogres. Okay, so yeah, so it's probably just for the best to do that. So I do start with that tier 2 barracks, but all the settlements I have are tier 1, so that, again, just problems, issues, all that kind of stuff. Also, rebellions are going to be a thing, an annoying thing, I would add. Okay. So let's see if we get another crash. I mean, the instability issues are not necessarily, I think, because of the mod. It's just, you know, various things happening at the same time. Right here. So, let's see about Man-Eater. I'm just going to use the underway right there. The legions, etc. And yeah, we could just take Silent. We could also... Actually, we could just take the greenskins. I'm thinking about it. Like, take that settlement for the from the greenskins, get to deal with Maneater, win. Or, yeah, let's do this instead of going to Solent. Let's see if we can do that. So I have 2 turns of income. Yeah, that will do it. Good. So go for growth. He's not level up enough. And I am going to go with Thunder right here for Belegar. And maybe I just get some crossbowmen. I mean, push comes to shove, I can always just, you know, sell all of this territory here, but would be nice if I could keep it. So that's kind of what I'm rather hoping will happen there. 455 sell grudges. Can we take the settlement? That is the question. I mean, obviously in a manual battle I would, because it's like, it's a greenskin garrison, all that, but it's a question of like, I'll resolve my way through that. Before Maneater becomes a freaking, you know, nightmarish fucking threat. That is the question. Yeah, so... Okay, 50... Alright. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, once you get to, like, turn 20 or so, especially on Legendary, because this is on Legendary, once you get to turn 20 or so, the problem of, you know, the problem of 460 factions gets removed in half, right? You're gonna start looking at 200 factions on. Well, I'm curious to see, really, genuinely so. So I've enabled minor faction potential and all that kind of stuff. So what I really want to know is whether or not... Okay, can I take it? Yes. I mean, I would obviously want that manually, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, there we go. Money... Money is a problem, undeniably so. Let's try and get rid of these 2. Okay. Could I set up an ambush? Alright. Let's declare... Oh, shit. Well, that ain't a good one. Unfortunately... I mean, I could always just... Good question. Maybe sell one of the Salmons to Tomb Kings right here. And then, you know, reclaim it. Yeah. Karak and Scar. No, the problem is they just don't have enough money to justify that. So it's like, Well, I mean, I could try this one. Yeah, but it would be much more beneficial if I waited 1 turn, right? So, kind of one of those shitty choices, right? I could get rid of this one. Not quite there. Okay, so set up an ambush. Yeah, that will sort it, kind of. How much will that cost? More than I have, unfortunately. And I also, by the way, know that I can get a Fane from the barracks I do have. That will come. Honestly, I kind of want to get rid of the barracks, but it's like, you know, everyone starts with tier 1 settlement. I mean, some people do start with higher tier settlements, I think, but Zarnagrud certainly is a tier 5 settlement. Nagashazar, I'm not sure who occupies that, if anyone. So, it's just one of those problems. Rebellion aplenty, gentlemen, unfortunately. Oh, maybe I can get Maneater to deal with the... I'm gonna do this. So, I'm going to give Maneater the settlement, and I'm going to have him declare war on those greenskins, and inevitably, hopefully, that will put him on a collision course with regards to. Okay, so we got a rebellion coming up. Yeah, that's not an army. That's a fucking shit show situation. It's like whatever. Who gives a shit? So what we want here is growth, or maybe oath gold. Good question. Okay, so he's gonna take 4 turns. Can we get... Yeah, let's go with him. Yeah, again, money, bit of a problem. Will he accept that? Yes, he will. Problem is... Oh, he actually doesn't have any fucking money. Alright, I got another idea. This is a bad one, but let's have him declare war on Maneater. Ta-da! That's a win, isn't it? It's like we got Gorbad to declare war. And that is definitely gonna work out brilliantly for me, boys and girls. Right? Right? Totally. It's like genius level plan. You know, minus the part where it's like one of them, where either Maneater beats the crap out of Gorbad and he then beats the crap out of me, or Gorbad becomes super powerful and then I get to deal with the Greenskin invasion. Actually, no, let's go with Ironbeard right here. So one of them is going to have Ironbeard. We are going to face that specific rebellion. Tell you what, though. I got different problems right here than wasting my fucking time with, you know, some ogres. So I kind of want to deal... Yeah, so it would obviously be good to tackle that specific problem, but yeah, just not right now. Okay, so that's gonna take a couple of turns. We do have that being constructed right there. Yeah, so we're gonna go for Skarsnik. I think that's like, I could waste a turn going over here, you know, taking out the ogres, but I can always deal with that later, gentlemen. I mean, I'm gonna keep the settlement until the brink of a rebellion, but my goal here is not to waste my fucking time when I got fucking Skarsnik, who's obviously gonna be a big ass problem. So we're gonna use underweight, leave the ogres be, leave the rock skulls, and even if I face a rebellion right here in the settlement, I can, again, always sell the settlement. But my goal is beating up the fucking Skarsnik guy. Because the reason you want to beat up Skarsnik also has to boil down to the fact that his initial settlement gives you significant benefits in your campaign. Like, it gives you Oath Fulfilled, which won't remove the penalty that I have, which is both a control penalty and an upkeep penalty, but it will absolutely help me a lot. So it's like, yeah, let's go deal with this. Hello, Skarsnik. Can I auto-resolve that, I wonder? I mean, if they besiege me, I can obviously... Yeah, okay, so I want to emphasize that this is unmodded in terms of any kind of like auto-resolve benefit, except for settlements. So what you're seeing here is the default auto-resolve. Dwarves be dwarves, what can you say? Okay, so get more units. That's gonna be a problem. Would he attack me? the real question. I mean, if he attacks me, I guess it depends who makes the move first. If Gorbat makes the move first, maybe I have a chance. But if it's Maneater, you know, I might lose my foothold right there. And I can't stop this, like, flat out. I will not be able to stop Maneater right there. So I think I'm just going to get this settlement to tier 2. Another thing worth pointing out in regards to upgrading settlements. When you're doing upgrades of settlements and all that kind of stuff, you actually increase the chance that an AI faction will attack you. Like, so the AI loves to attack you where it hurts. It loves to go for your stuff that's vulnerable and also worthwhile. So if you're upgrading a settlement and they take it, then that's obviously not an ideal situation for you to deal with. Okay, so Skarsnik, that's gonna be a bit of a fucking problem, isn't it? He will take that settlement. I got a choice. Do I trade it to the ogres? Do I trade it to... I mean, I'm tempted to just trade it to Skarsnik, just fucking fleece him for money. Why not? But my goal here is actually to reach Karak before things get nasty over there. Because the concern I have, like, we do have Karak, but they're close enough to Queek. So, you know, we started a couple of turns ago, 433 factions. The way factions get destroyed in this, or confederated, or stuff like that, is... it's a bit of a process. So, okay. That is a massive army. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so we can say we are going to sell that specific settlement to the ogres. Maybe I get another dwarf lord right there. Or we set up a lovely ambush. Could I win that? That's a good question. I gonna siege? Definitely. No, okay. Let's just recruit. We can also set up an ambush for Skarsnik. Okay, we got an imminent rebellion coming up there. That's fun. I mean, ultimately, boys and girls, if I do want to deal with Mr. Yeah, there is. I won't win this, but we can try. Actually, it might be possible. If... it depends on how he attacks. But yeah, this entire territory is just, like, gone, lost, whatever. It was a nice fantasy to talk about, but I did get money out of it. So it's like, this has been a positive. And so, look, it's like, cancel production. I'll worry about that shit later. I got different fish to fry. Many different fish to fry right here. Of bigger priorities. But, you know, if I kill Maneater, it's like GG will fucking play for him. Where is he? So, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to leave some of these guys right here, just, you know, in case. Put some... So, they're going to try and rush the walls. The thing is, for them, the problem that they're going to have is they're in artillery range. Okay, I don't really have a lot of ranged units right here, but I do have enough. So, besides these guys who are going to be put at the back, and... okay. So, these three are going to hold... the walls and the gate right here. And meanwhile, Now, bear in mind, ogres will not be able to take the walls. So, kind of a big deal right here. So, me positioning units on the walls is just basically a fuck you, more or less. The big concern is right in this section. So, I'm going to... But, we do have iron breakers. So... You know, if I can... Let's position him here. Am I... Okay. Another Quarreler unit. It is a bit dark, I know. But yeah, my goal... The problem is this entire battle is pointless because even if I fucking win, then what? The greens can show up. Well, maybe I have an extra turn before they do, but I'm not gonna bank on that necessarily. So I know this battle is not gonna go in my favor, but yeah, let's just give it a go. I kind of think I should move one unit right here. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so target the man-eater. Target everything. Fire everything. No mercy. Because he's gonna destroy those walls. Alright, pull him back. Reminder, ogres cannot climb walls. Noblars can. Okay. All right, move those dwarf warriors right there. Alright, so they're taking him down right on that side. Maybe I can win this with minimal casualties. Well, he's almost dead. Yep, that's gone. Oh. Well, so much for the man-eater. Okay, maybe more towers. Can I get anything here? Yes. Alright, Iron Fist coming in. There we go. Pursue and eliminate. They can't pursue, so it doesn't matter, but... Alright, heroic victory. Yeah, I mean, I lost 400 guys, but you lost a lot. Sweet victory. Maybe that's enough for a peace agreement. We'll find out. How much Total War do I play? I have 4.2k hours in Warhammer 3. So this is the part, you know, I constantly, sometimes I do get comments from people, it's like, oh, you just don't know how to play, and I'm like, boys and girls, I've spent more time playing this game than some people have cared to play video games in general, suffice to say. So, that's a lot of fucking time I've spent in it. It's like... It's just like the salty arguments from people that have like, oh, you just don't like the stuff I do. And I'm like, yeah, the stuff you like is shit. It's like, you can like shit. You can like bad games, bad movies, bad series. I do. It's like, one of the problems I have in this modern era is like, people want what they like, they have to pretend, and it is pretend. They have to pretend that somehow that because they like something or dislike something, it goes both ways. That it has to be either good or bad. You know, again, it goes both sides on that subject. So that's one of the problems we have in this day and age. We do have a quest bell. Could I do it? Should I do it? Yeah, let's... Again, I do have offers of quest battles mod as well. Bear in mind. So, right here, we are going to get more quarrelers. Yeah, this is... No. This is a complicated mess. Now, he's probably going... Now, Gorbat is probably going to beat the shit out of Maneater, so we can rely on that. Rune Ward Breaker and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Hold on. Let's move closer so that we can take Skarsnik's capital. No, I need more levels. I don't actually have quite enough for rat poison, but anyway. In fact, I'm going to move closer right here to the very edge of the Yolosapien, because Skarsnik is not going to be a problem necessarily right there. I need this reinforcement army, that's the reason. There's many fucking reasons why I need that. Okay, so they're at war with some greenskins. I don't really care who they are. I mean, if I win that... Yeah, okay. Yeah, so... For real, buddy? Okay. That's, tad bit annoying. Yeah. I just... Which faction to play? Well, first, the question is what you like. Do you like melee? Do you like range? Do you like magic? That's the first question. I would say Khorne is a good place to start, honestly. Like, no joke. Alright, where are those reinforcements going to come in from there? Oh. Alright, so they're going to try and rush me there, probably. I mean, I know I would. Yeah. Yeah, just play Arbol. It's a good choice. No lie. Let's send these guys right here. Okay, so my decision with regards to these fellows, I think will depend. Okay, let's get. It will depend solely on what the greenskins are going to do once they do arrive. Alright, actually, let's keep them here. Maybe if I kill their leaders quickly enough. They do have artillery, which is obviously going to be a bit of a problem. Why are you guys not using those towers? Okay. So it seems the greenskins have decided to focus on that side. So we can build a tower right here to cause some casualties. I do gotta pay attention to what's going on here as well. I'm gonna move more of these minor units. And get my lord right here into position too. Okay. Gonna break down the gate, buddy? Is that gonna happen eventually in this lifetime? Why are they not shooting? There we go. Okay. Alright, send them... Yep, that is Dwarven artillery. Man-eaters. Huh. Okay. Forgot about those guys. They can sneak up on you. Alright, I'm gonna move a unit to protect the artillery, because, you know, we need it. And yeah, that should be... Move those legs, boys and girls. Alright, get those man-eaters from the back. Bye-bye. Victory. Another glorious victory for Dwarfkind. Now, let's see if Gorbat has any damn value whatsoever. Oh, knowing my luck, you know what's gonna happen now? The damn rebellion is gonna attack me. And the thing is, the thing about that rebellion army, they're gonna have reinforcements too, because of course they fucking will. Oh well. I mean, I swear I'm just gonna lower the difficulty of that fucking rebellion army. I'm not doing this a fucking 4 times. Like, they're not winning. That's damn clear. They are not winning. And that rebellion army probably has jack shit in it anyway, because the rebellion army strength is dependent on what you got in, you know, a settlement. So yeah. Goodbye, boys and girls. Let's see if Man-Eater puts an end to them. Fortunately... Oh, or sorry, if Gorbat puts an end to them. Unfortunately, he won't. That's fine. I don't have all the DLCs yet. Yeah. Let's see. I stand my ground. We will reclaim Heat Peaks. I mean, that's the thing people tend to ignore about, like, legendary campaigns. Like, a lot of the hassle...
Be sure to put your oath gold to good use, my lord. The forge
that
allows
you do
to
end up
craft
having on legendary is, like, actually fighting these fucking siege battles. Yeah. Why is your video so bright? I don't know. Is it that bright? Maybe I need to lower that. I mean, it shouldn't be that bright. But is it? Hold on. I'll sort it out. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if I can. Hold on, let me check that. Nah, just YouTube being YouTube, unfortunately, in that case. Yeah, also sometimes when I tab out, it just gets brighter, so it's like just the reality of it all. Okay. Oh, Cafe and Caravan. Don't mind if I fucking do. Alright, so we got a peace agreement finally with Maneater. He's gonna leave us alone. And we still have those greenskins, but they've been beaten up pretty soundly, I'd say. The real question, I guess, here is, do I want... I mean, I do need to fight something. What's the... You know, so let's just force march for here. Darkland Bandits, Blood Keepers, Dripping Fangs. Let's go with that. And yeah, a trade agreement. I don't know if I'll be able to ambush Skarsnik, but I'll be damned if I won't try. Problem is, Skarsnik does have a tendency of turning the fucking tables on you. So there is that. Clan Vulcan. Alright, let's try that one. Huh. Whose campaign was the hardest? I think they're all god shit. Sorry, god shit. I think they're all shit. That's my view on the latest DLC. I think World Campaign, I think it's one of the worst DLCs CA has released. Obviously, we have Shadows of Change. But here's the thing, the differentiation I want to draw between Shadows of Change and Tides of Torment. Shadows of Change at least fucking functioned. It was awful content-wise, but at least worked, right? And that's kind of the big problem that you do end up having with regards to... and that's kind of the big problem you have with Tides of Torment. There's so many bugs they created. And look at Creative Assembly right now. as well. Like, look at them as a company. Do you know what they're fucking doing right now? They're saying, oh, we're gonna release 7.04 in February. It's like lazy fucks. That's my perspective on them. It's like laziest fucking company I've ever seen. You know, most developers who have a live service game that earns them this kind of money, do you know what they fucking do? They constantly update the game. They do weekly updates. They do monthly updates. They don't sit on their fucking ass for 2 fucking months to do shit hot fixes that fix nothing. But that's Creative Assembly in a nutshell. And it's like, I don't hate Total War. I don't even hate the people in Creative Assembly, believe it or not. I just despise this bullshit that this is normal. It is not normal. Not even for the fucking industry we're talking about in this day and age. There's nothing normal about what CA does, for the record. The reason they do it is because they can get away with it. And it's like, the reason they can get away with it, it's like, I'm not going to go on that bullshit that Legend always did. It's like, oh, it's the community's fault and all that crap. No, they do it because they know that the market conditions favor them not doing it. They know that they constantly can get away with this. And they, for the record, it has gotten better. It's not like, ooh, it's always been this shit. It's like, no, it has genuinely gotten better. And anyone who pretends it hasn't gotten better is ignoring it. But do you know how it's gotten better? When they can't do it anymore. Come on. Okay. This is gonna take a while. But yeah, that's the part people need to understand about Creative Assembly. Like, they're a lazy ass fucking company in a lot of these things, and they think they can do it on a cheap budget. The problem, gentlemen, with that mentality, that works until it doesn't. And to some extent they know this, and that's the reason they spent 100 million on hyenas, but then that ended up working brilliantly for them as a company. Yeah, so look, I'm not going to be part of the crowd and say 40K is going to do badly. It's got 1 million wish lists and all that, but let me just say this much, guys. It's like, I look at the things Creative Assembly talked in their fucking trailer, and I am not impressed. Oh, you can customize the knee pads of your Space Marines. I'm like, gives a fuck. Okay, some people do, the people who live in the same mind space that apparently Creative Assembly lives in their fucking fantasies, but most people don't care about it. They want a good game first and foremost. They don't necessarily care about the specifics of, like, ooh, customization. It's like, and that also screams to me, it's like, we will be selling skins in this video game. Enjoy. That's basically what it does scream. Yes, he does have a board. Yes, he's gonna knock me on my ass. That is an unfortunate reality right there. With regards to that one, let's try and tar pit him. Kill him! But the problem of what CA constantly does, it's like, their behavior as a company means, and I'm just saying this as a content creator for the record, I have every incentive in the world for Creative Assembly to succeed. If they sell 1 million copies, I'm in a fucking good spot as a creator. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. But that's a mistake a lot of creators make. They think that ignoring the elephant in the room means that, well, you know, CA will just sell a lot of copies, and it's like, why would I bother? Right? Calling out the obvious fucking problems that come with their entire business model. We've seen what has happened with their business model. Do you know that a lot of content creators for Total War have stopped covering Total War because it's not worth it anymore? Like, yeah, think of that. People whose entire lives, right, their entire business model, their entire incentive structure is for them to cover a game. They've built audiences for that game for years, and now they're like, no, I'm done, I'm moving on, I'm doing something else. And those of us that stick around, well, I mean, personally, I stick around because I've put a lot of work into it, and I still feel it's worth it. But for me personally, it's like, if Nagash is the same fucking piece of shit like all that, it's like, yeah, And besides, I don't just cover Total War exclusively. Like, that's the thing. Last year, I covered Broken Arrow, and I covered KCD2 and all that stuff. So it's not like, oh, I just cover one fucking game, right? Yeah, I'm getting smashed to pieces here, but I don't care. Maybe I should have focused a bit more on the battle. But to be fair, I don't think I'm going to lose this, by the way. So it's like, the chances of me losing this, despite, like, it's looking a lot worse than it does, by the way. It's like, just one of those things. Just kind of realized half my army is gone, so it's like, maybe I should focus on it. But yeah, it's just the constant decision-making by Creative Assembly that ends up biting everyone in the ass, including themselves. It's like, this is not a good dynamic, what's been happening to them as a company. And that's the sad part, really. It's like, it was all preventable if they had given a shit. And look, it's obviously an issue that's been long in the making. There's the rodent. It's been an issue long in the making with Creative Assembly. That, you know, eventually all of those things do come and bite you in the ass eventually. Right, so what do we got? And that's why these things happen. If you ignored the problem long enough, it doesn't go away, boys and girls. It just morphs into something worse. Maybe I should have focused on Night Goblins. Guess what's happened for CA? That's precisely what has happened, has ended up happening. There we go. He's dead, at least. I did play those games. I never liked Troy. Sorry, I never liked Freaking. I always felt it was just like bad. And now please don't crash. Now we are in this situation where, again, that was a lot of big ones. I might have to retreat here from the follow-up, but I do have reinforcements coming out, so Skarsnik's just a bit of a problem, but yeah, he's gonna be dealt with. He does start with... What does he start with? Let's see. Oh, he got obliterated. Totally. Well, so much for the rodent. Yeah, because I intercepted him in the underway, that's why his entire army got destroyed, and just like auto-resolve the second one, lose some units, who gives a shit. Oh, but you lost your hammers. I kind of don't care. Hammers are... The problem with hammers is that the auto-resolve really hurts them a lot, and they just take a lot of damage. Like, they're supposed to be the elite of the dwarves, and they're not elite for shit. Yeah. Anyway, let's see if we can get Karak Apex before, Karak Azul before they get wiped out by Quick. And all the Skaven, because there's a lot of fucking Skaven. Maybe I should confederate them, sell the territory to some other faction, and just manipulate. So that Quick ends up fighting each other. Or maybe get a war with Gorfak. Yeah. So, is there anything other than... No. Okay. Well, Skarsnik is mostly dead. I emphasize the mostly aspect of that statement. Okay, we need... Yeah, we need... Alright, he's at war with Boogman's Brewery. here I'm going to get a runesmith. Can we just take this element, please? Let me just take this damn element. Yeah, well did. Alright. Oh, fulfilled. Okay, who can I... No. No. Unleash the fiends. No joke, by the way. It's like quite seriously on that subject. It's like I'm just about to recruit a ton of fiends. All right, how many units do I have? 12. I got 8 coming in there. We can get these guys too. Yeah, inherited arms. That should prevent a rebellion. Emphasis on the should. Yeah, so sell that. I was kind of hoping to get in a better position before that, but so be it. We'll worry about Queek in a bit, but right now I just got so much crap on my plate that he's just not a priority. Oh yeah, deal with the Skaven, deal with the ogres, finally. There we go. Get rid of that one. Yeah, so that's nullified the control problem that I've had with O fulfilled. We still have -3 control in all provinces. We only have a couple of settlements right there. Man, just finish off Skarsnik. We do have a quest balance, so that's going to be a lot of money. The moment I start getting Thunderers and Iron Drakes and all that stuff, but just the limited start. But yeah, the moment I get all of that sorted out, it's like, GG, well fucking played. Game over. Basically. I think I'm going to send that army to recruit some gyros, though. And maybe take Black Crag, too. Importantly, though, I confederated Karak, so what that really means is I've gotten Cazador. So that was one of those things that I really wanted to do. Get Cazador. There we go. Get Cazador confederated. Because he does have some uses. Even if he's dead, right? So if his faction gets wiped out, that's whatever, but Skaven. Skaven. Or maybe just dismiss this lord. Ah, shite. I know. Fuck it. I'm just gonna reload. That's on me. Just go for the intern. Again. Ah, Skarsnik, I hate the... Could I chase him down? Anyway, I'll get multiple Thanes. I'll go for the minor settlement. I'll get a peace agreement with the Greenskins. And then I'll deal with the Tomb Kings. Maybe get Boogman's Rangers to help out, all that. That was just a minor mistake. But I mean, for me, with my perspective on Creative Assembly, it's like the reason it's so irritating is and this is the part I think people need to understand. It's not anger, it's frustration. And the reason it's so very frustrating is you can see what happens when they do give a fuck. You can see what happens when they do put care and effort and all that, right? And you also see what happens when they don't. And that's where things get annoying because you never know what you're going to get with them. Like, you never know when they're going to do a good job or when they're going to fuck up again. And that's where it gets real. That's what drives you. That's what drives you up the wall as a player. It's like, sometimes they can deliver a great piece of content, other times they can deliver something that's just a waste of time. The fact we waited 1 damn year... Okay, did he use the Android? Yes, I think he did. But the fact that we waited 1 entire year for Tides of Torment is a genuine fucking fail. And I'm less generous with CA Sophia after that one. I think CA Sophia really fucked up with Tides of Torment. Like, on all levels. With Sail, with Norska, with, like, everything. And I'm tired of hearing the excuse, oh, we're small and... No, you made stupid-ass decisions. Like, it's not just a question of, like, limited budgets or all that. You made dumb-ass decisions. And they were really stupid, and they were obviously stupid, but you have no fucking clue what you're doing, right? That's the problem with Eastern European developers. Sometimes they do amazing things when everything clicks out. Other times they develop, well, okay, so I don't have the military force to reckon with them. Keep in mind that auto-resolve benefit that the AI has. Oh, that is an army. Why? Oh, damn it. It's an income issue. Okay. If I lose, I lose. But I do need to really sort this shit out. He's at war with the Scabby Eye, that's the problem. And I'd rather... There we go. And that solves the economic problems. For a moment. That's a lot of greenskins. Am I buying off more than I can chew? Probably. I mean, the smart thing would have been to, yeah, let the fun begin. Can I win that? I mean, it's just a warlord. He doesn't have artillery. He does have some fucking Mangler squicks. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, gonna deploy over there. The narrow valley will protect me. Also, the fact that he doesn't have a lot of room to actually advance over here, that will also help out. Keep your bullets ready, boys. I mean, I just have to hold for 18 minutes. But they are coming. Maybe separate. Oh, also make them... Yeah. Don't give them the order to fire. 16 minutes. Will they even attack? Well, they will. But do they have enough time to defeat me? Alright, 40 minutes. Quick herds incoming. The reason I'm going with these tighter formations, by the way, is because it helps with their deload charges. Sometimes it's great to deploy your units in a wide formation. Typically, I think it's when you're dealing with range duels. But other times, you also... 12 minutes, come on. Look at the slow-ass greenskins. What they trying to do? Flank me? That's an interesting strategy right there. It's not gonna work, but hey, you know. Trying to be clever. Alright, Mangler Squigs dealt with. Hold on, let's do this. Engage and destroy. Let's see if we can take down this Notling wagons right there. So I could have actually defeated them in the previous battle. Yeah, that's the thing about dwarves. I mean, granted, terrain helps. Alright, reform these guys too. Okay, actually, let them go. Let them go. It's beneficial if he does go. Because that way he doesn't recruit another lord next turn. So that can actually pay off later on. Deal with the archer boys. Took you long enough. There we go. I think Skarsnik has a lot of faction potential. That's the reason I'm having to fight battles against him. I mean, the only dangerous thing here were the Manglers and the Pump Wagons. Now, I want to be very clear. Pump Wagons in general are kind of crap, but the reason they're good against dwarves don't have anti-large infantry. I mean, they do have some, but very few, and it's slayers, giant slayers. And that's the reason pump wagons, because pump wagons just demolish dwarven formations. They're only real threat if you have an infantry heavy formation without anti-large. It's not a big issue for the Empire, I can tell you that much. Yeah, Empire spears with shields are inherently better at dealing with this shit. Yeah. Now, moment of truth. Can I win that battle? If I can't, that's great. If I can, GG well played. We'll find out. Because there is a battle against greenskins. There's that. Yeah. The endless Skaven tide has begun. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I'll take it. Man, maybe I cannot resolve this one. I don't know. But if I can, I might get Gorbad off my fucking back for a bit. Or if I can get the fucking peace agreement, I'll just take it. There we go. Alright, get an engineer right here. Can it be done? I don't know. Yes, it can. Well, Gorbad, you got yourself a new target. Now leave me the fuck alone. I know I'm making him stronger. Well, kind of. Not really, because, you know, Maneater is going to be coming in and whooping his ass eventually, but don't underestimate Maneater. He's a lot more dangerous than one might think. Alright, let's go with that one. Yep. Well, if Skaven move into reach right there. I just don't want to lose those two. Well, there are things I could do. Yeah, give him the Master Rune of Spy. Maybe that changes enough. Unfortunate. It's gonna be next turn then. Yeah, I have enough money right there. So either the Skaven do me a favor right there. Huh. The next Total War game. That's a good question. There we go. Sorted. Victory. Skarsnik is dead. Long fucking last. Good riddance. Now we go kill the ogres. And Skaven. And also do quest battles, why not? We got Gotrek and Felix. Should be available soon enough. We are going to reclaim Karak. 397 factions. It's going down. I don't know if rock skulls are... Well, kind of don't care, actually. Because I'm getting Gyro's voice and girls, finally. This has been... prelude. The real Dwarven army is about to arrive. And it ain't gonna be pretty. Okay. Nah. I need more casualty replenishment. I mean, I do want Gotrek and Felix, so... maybe cancel some construction right here. Yeah, there we go. Nah, I'll take that. There we go. The ass whooping has arrived. Very importantly, yeah. Actually, let's reskill him. Reset all skill points. Do we need to keep doing this? Like, it's kind of getting to the point of fucking silliness, honestly. Getting full armor plate. Yep. And right here, what I want is Rune of Negation and Strike the Runes for the cooldown reduction. Flash Bombs, always nice to have. Deadeye, because I want Ballistic Calibration right there. Revered Fane for Glittering Scales, Guard Veteran. Though probably should have gone for Blade Shield for the sake of melee defense. Always nice to have. Get Rat Poison. So this is gonna take several turns. And I could use Global Recruitment. Yeah, that's ready, okay. Yeah, let's get... Yeah, get Iron Beard. There's just enough money. Where am I gonna get a rebellion? Oh. Where is it? No. Really? Okay, fine. We deal with that shit. Very well. So, let's just get this one. Okay. Gonna need more money. Maybe I should send an army to try and gain vision with Forgrim. Actually, how far am I from any kind of confederation? Those greenskins be annoying. Gorbad! My buddy, my friend, my pal. I'll just get a lord to defend the capital right there. Maybe a demon slayer. Yeah, we are at war with all the Skaven. What do you want? I guess I'm in a race against Vlad to take that territory from the from the Tomb Kings. Because if I don't, Vlad is definitely gonna fucking take it. Have they finally left? But yeah, when is next Total War coming out? Good question. You know, as far as... Hold on. As far as I'm concerned, I would expect Total War 40k this year, very late this year. I would think Medieval Free 2027, 2028, something along those lines. Probably. We might need... Let's see here. Get High King Authority. We do have that quest bell. I mean, the issue, of course, here is the fact that... we don't quite have the money to... Okay. There we go. Well, that was the last of them quest battles. Okay, right here, one of these. Damn, my whole money is still up. There we go. And now I disband those regiments right now. All right, ballistic calibration right there. Maybe, yeah. Could I win this? Maybe not. That's some Skaven. Who gives a shit? I guess it depends on the strength of the army. But realistically, I think I should just deal with the Skaven first in Karak peaks and then sort out. So I want that specific settlement. What's the Confederate? Okay, so next turn the Confederation downside is gonna go out. So control is finally gonna start going positive. We got 2 turns until 2 turns until the situation there is resolved, and then, you know, I can go deal with the Skaven. Obviously, you know, bunch of musical chairs being shifted around. But yeah, finally starting to exceed the light at the end of the tunnel over here. But I kind of chose the hardest path over here between picking up Iron Maneater, Bugman's Brewery, all that shit, right? Would have been just much easier to pick the fucking money. But the payoff in the long term is going to be pretty significant, so that's the reason I did it. Let's see what Bugman's Brewery is doing. Don't make me come over there. Well, maybe I should go over there, meet Forgrim, get some deals done. Because I don't want to confederate Forgrim first. Who are you at war with? Yeah. Let's see over here. Thing is, do I have the money to resist until I get to this Skaven? I do not. And there is the issue. Well, good news is people are starting to finally fucking like me. So that will sort out many of these problems for the moment. And then new ones come in. What are you up to? Alright. Let's declare war on the Blood Keepers. He is at war with Walden, Huff. Kinda want to produce that, but I might... Yeah, that's a smarter play. Alright, so what I'm going to do is use the Grudge Army to deal with the rebellion right there. Not enough cash, sadly enough. Not enough cash for tier 2. Karak is getting wiped out. What a shame. Alright. Don't have a lot of cash right here. Oh, what do I want to spend it on? Alright. Let's see. So I'll use the Grudge Settler army to keep the settlement garrison in check. Right there. Probably could have recruited a lord in my starting settlement location there. Anyway. But yeah, I'm going to be dealing with this Skaven. This is gonna be a bit of a problem because I'm at war with Worms and Vulcan, and the issue with Worms and Vulcan is that they're south of me. Maybe Worms is north. I'm not 100% on that. But yeah. Just constant underway battles, right? You got 3 Skaven factions. Well, 2 really that I'm at war with. But I also have Queek, and I can't fucking ignore Queek. Reality is just 4. Okay, I'll take your money. You're dead anyway, buddy. Interesting. Skaven have so few grudges. Alright, there they are. Oh, that's sweet. Okay. You know, it might surprise you, but I think this army could actually win against all of these. I'm not strictly joking, by the way. Alright. Can we win this? Well, that is a lot of Skaven. Well, just lower your fucking monitor contrast. Sorry, it's not my problem. I'm certainly not seeing any issue. It's like, oh, people have, it's not contrast. Also, yeah, okay. Also, it's YouTube. Blame it on them, they can't do HDR for shit. Anyway. There we go. Take that. Take control of that. And boom. There we go. Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I could take that specific settlement. There we go. So be it. That's not ideal. Here's the thing that I need to ask. Yeah, just cancel that. And we march right here. We're about to go to war with Queek. But the real question remains, can I win this? You know, I'll fucking tell you what. I'm tempted to take that. But I do have other options too. Such as this. I am not declaring war on a fucking, on him. No, no, no. Okay. There we go, and get Skaven Slayer. Because we want that ambush defense chance, especially when dealing with Quake. You know, it might actually work. Yeah, as expected. Alright, let's try and get some stuff sorted out here. We got the rock skulls, but they're a bit of a problem. Clan Spittle. Are they really a threat, though? Well, Scabai certainly are. This might backfire spectacularly against me, I should add. Can't imagine why. But let's just get the income sorted out. Yeah, I'm gonna dismiss these guys. They're too damn expensive. They serve their purpose. They did it well, but now we move on. The real war is about to begin. So we're about to find out. curious about the rebellion, though. If, what they'll do now. Will they get more troops? Probably. Will they attack immediately? Maybe. But yeah, ogre friends are the issue. Now we got Karak right there. I mean, also keep in mind, gentlemen, that everything that I'm doing here, like, I'm saying on 50k easily of gold if I just sell that province right there next to Bugman's Brewery. But I kind of want that damn brewery. It's pretty useful. You know, keep my foothold in the Empire. Mine dispute. Yeah. There we go. That's Zelt. And let's re-skill him. I mean, I could get some artillery right there to sort all that out. Yep. Okay, how am I standing in terms of legendary lords? You know, pretty far away, but we just need the North Grey Mountains and then we have the Underway available right there. What I'm interested in is this. And so it begins. The war to end all wars. Really? Should I pay that? Or is it a risk? I guess I'm just gonna save. Maybe Elspeth will get off her ass and actually do something about Gorbad invading the Empire. That's her problem. That really is her problem. Oh, wood elves. They can attack my capital if they fucking want. Regardless. Actually, no. Yeah, so we got... What about Cazador? Yeah. Oh, actually, he's worthless. If I had a better trait, honestly. Some do have pretty decent traits, and that's what makes them worth keeping alive. But Cazador is like, oh yeah, I'm useless. Okay. Well, shame on you. Shame on me for believing otherwise. Alright. Sprightly manling. Yeah, let's lower the corruption right there. And now we go to war to reclaim Karak. Turn 17. And let's see how many factions there are. Alright, Karak may be the problem. Not so much that I can't take it, it's rather that Queek is Queek. And Queek has multiple fucking armies, so... The way that usually plays out is you gotta be very, very careful about how you approach him. So I might actually have to fight Karak manually. I do have much of Karak peaks under my control, thankfully. So it's like we got 3-6 settlements. So I deal with ogres, Karak peaks is under my control. And that would be pretty much it. But yeah, so we deal with the, so that means I would deal with the control downside, the upkeep downside, and get an oath fulfilled. Also sorted out. I mean, I have sorted it out, but yeah. Moment of truth. That's a lot. Yeah, I think I can deal with this. Turns out I can't. Rip. That's just sad, really. Okay. I need more money somehow. Some fucking how. You know, it is hilarious because I do have literal siege equipment right there, but okay. Should I just reload? I mean, do I even have... Yeah, I do. But it would be a siege, so kind of fuck it, so yeah, okay. Yeah, let's get rid of this one. Yeah, and we're gonna pick up this specific unit. Siege attacker screwing me over. Alright, that's just a garrison. The real war began. Yeah, that's where you start having problems. Real fucking problems. If I wait, he'll win. If I attack... Hold on, actually, I got different priorities than this shit. Yeah, that's a bigger fucking priority than that. Okay, sure, I'll take it. Blackfire Pie ass is mine. Wait, for real. I gained control. Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, that should keep him off my back for a while. But we're surrounded, gents. Whatever shall we do? Maybe I can get them to deal with the Black Phantom. Yeah. Go get him, Vlad. Good guy, Vlad. Alright. Dowie Authority and Resolute, why not? Full body armor. Yeah, actually cancel that. We got construction priorities right here. Yep, let's get that. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So now let's see if Queek marches on me with 4 stacks. Knowing Queek, that is a fucking possibility. Ah. That is unfortunate. But not too bad. Okay, so ogres realistically are going to try and sally out. I can probably deal with that. So most of Karak Apex is under my control right here. Here we go. Let the bloodbath begin. I mean, I can always retreat, so that's the hilarious part right here. Okay, let's try and move them right there, and let's YOLO it. That's just some shitty nobblers. Kill their lords, kill their leaders, kill their women and children. Well, let's not exaggerate. Although knowing dwarves, they probably would be those kind of spiteful fuckers that would do that. Okay. That is a lot of nobblers. Alright, one's down. Actually, yeah, let's not go for the leaders because we got those because we got reinforcements coming in. We gotta deal with the ogre bulls. So the reinforcements should tackle that specific problem. Yes. Trollhammer torpedoes incoming. Artillery incoming. Flamethrowers incoming. Right, deal with their ranged units right there. Okay, take those guys out. Alright, deal with some of these ranged guys right here. And keep the pursuit on those other range units. Alright, pull back all the gyros. These guys need to retreat too. And charging right there. Alright, spells. Come on. Right. Pull them back. Gonna give him, in order to get some ammo sorted out right there. I love that extra range rate. Oh, we're not done. Try and capture or kill as many as we can. Otherwise, they'll just counterattack it again. Alright. Alright. Victory. Victory, victory, victory. Good. So most of Karak Peaks has been, or all of Karak Peaks has been retaken by me. Now I just need to hold it. Hello, hello, hello. Let's see here. Okay. Those are just some scaling some clan rats. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's go Cazador. I could. So the only settlement he can attack right here is this one. Could we, yeah, upgrade the barracks? We've sorted that one out. And now the question remains. Yep, good. How many armies does Queek? How many armies do you guys imagine Queek has? 10, 20, 30? 100. It would not surprise me. There is no answer that would surprise me, to be honest with you. Let's see if we can take down that one. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with 12 gold, and yeah, that's the one. What do I want here? Flame cannon. Maybe it doesn't work quite like that. But I have choices. Let's get some gold. Reclaim the mountain. And that's it. Karak Peaks has been restored. We now control all of it. We just need to deal with Quake, but that's a different discussion. Let's put an ambush. There are some dwarves we could use. No, let's go with... Yeah, I'm gonna say that having casualty replenishment is more important. Ruin of Wrath and Ruin. There we go. I'm gonna try and do something with Cazador. I don't know what, but yeah. Well, we're effed. Here's a real question. Could I win this battle without recruiting? Tell you what. No, that's not enough. Yeah, let's go with that one. I'm just going to cancel the production right there and get some hammers. That should be enough. Economically, I know, just constantly straddling the fence right here between bankruptcy and prosperity. Although, should be pointed out that I am in a positive income, and I have reclaimed all of Karak Peaks. Let's see if we hold it. That will be the million-dollar question. I think I'm going to get rid of that structure. So, Skaven either attack here or run the F away. Alright, so... wasn't quite reduced by 50% by 20 turns. It's not necessarily too far off. I'm joking. Though 346, so we started with 460, so we've removed 100 factions from play. Over 100 factions, close to 120 actually. That is some progress. Take your wins where you can get them, right? Now I can move into the middle of Karak peaks and start recruiting thunderers and iron drakes for the army. Set up a firing line. We also need artillery. But what I really want are gyro bombers. Gonna take a while. Seeing as I can auto-resolve that victory without the casualty replenishment, I'd say that I can probably auto-resolve my way after that. Dwarves be dwarves. Every turn, a faction or two, or three in this case, die. Just get removed, wiped from existence. A wrong put right. Right the wrong. There is no middle option. I'm gonna laugh so hard if I can just... Yep. Dwarves be dwarves. Also Skaven slaves. That's a fairly lore accurate outcome, actually. I will literally stand by that particular assessment. So let's see how bad the Skaven dynamic is. Not really bad. Ranger structure, useless. Runesmith structure, a bit more useful, but still not really important. Over here, let's see. No, that's just a bunch of a goblin trash. If I recruit these rangers, no, still not enough. I'm getting annoyed. Yeah, let's go with that. That will do it. You guys willing to surrender yet? I mean, I'm just asking. Kind of tired of dealing with your trash. Yeah, get rally so we can get more range power. And then we're gonna do a couple of things. But I really want to kill Quake. My mission in life at the moment is to kill Quake Head Taker, while also holding on to everything that I've gained over here in this campaign. What is Gorbat doing anyway? Oh, he's at war with everyone. Well, the Master of War is the Master of War. Though in this case, he's gonna be the Master of Failure, I reckon. I do need more grudges. So what's my situation? Okay, let's take a look at the legendary grudges. We just need the Northern Grey Mountains right here in order to secure that. So just one settlement. If I build an army right there, but I can't afford an army right there, unfortunately. Hell, I can't afford troops anyway. Okay. Nah, I'm not touching World of Warcraft again. I'm just kind of disgusted with Blizzard. Like, okay, you know what? Here's my perspective on Blizzard. Blizzard is what happens when I stop giving a shit about the company because they fucked up so badly. And that's where I am with Blizzard. I have zero interest in playing any of their games right now. Anything. The only game that I still play from Blizzard is hilariously enough. Is that Tamarcon? No. Challengers of Corn. The only game that I still play these days from Blizzard is StarCraft 2. And I'm not even playing StarCraft 2 in the way you might think of it. I'm playing tower defense. So I'm not playing like ladder or anything Blizzard has done. I'm just literally playing custom maps. That's it. That's the only thing that I keep playing from Blizzard fucking entertainment these days. Wait, so I'm not really... Okay, fair enough. Because I thought I would be in the region. That's the reason I wanted to cancel that. Cargaloon. Okay, we're going to switch to local recruitment capacity because we do want to get a bunch of these units. And... yeah, these guys are going to be defensive because there are Skaven here that I am at war with. So I'm just, you know, a bit worried they'll march on my stuff. Right here... that can wait a bit. Right, so it's like different priority, there's different goals and all that kind of stuff. So, think I do want to get a runesmith structure right there. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, for me, like basically, I feel like Blizzard has just gone on the deep end as a company. And I think they did that pre-Microsoft. Shockingly enough, I kind of hoped it would get better with, you know, Microsoft, but it actually got worse. So, and I'm not sure I want to blame Microsoft for that or just Blizzard being Blizzard. I mean, this is a company that from 2000 and like basically I've detested a lot of things about Blizzard since Wrath the Lich King came out. Retail Wrath, not classic retail. And I think they've just gone further and further in that. And the issue that I have with Blizzard and Activision and all that stuff, it's like you see it with Call of Duty. We look at Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the remake or the reboot, whatever, is pretty good game. Like, I'm not gonna say vanilla and TBC are the best versions of the game, but I think they hold up well. That's the thing. Like, I've played a lot of vanilla. I've played a lot of TBC. But it's like clearly the... If I move there, what we got? Clan rats. That's what we got. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to lay an ambush right here, so if they do come, and lay an ambush right here, they might... Tell you what, I'm going to force march my way there. There we go. There's some ghosts. Bam, my fundamental problems with Blizzard are deep. Very fucking deep. Like, I just don't think they're worth it as a... And by the way, it's not just WoW. Like that's the thing. Like, if it was just WoW, I would say it's just WoW, but my issue with Blizzard goes way beyond World of Warcraft these days. Like, it's Overwatch, it's StarCraft, it's Diablo, it's all that. I played Diablo 4. Like, and the thing is, I actually enjoyed playing Diablo 3 more before it came out. So think on that subject for a second. Diablo 3, which has the reputation it does, right, was a far more enjoyable game than the new shit they pull out. And it's also like Blizzard games are just such boring, grindy fests. And the thing is, the grind is not necessarily the problem, because we grinded back in vanilla. We grinded back in TPC. It was fun then, but games evolve, games change. I've argued that the grind is not the problem in the game. The problem is that there's never been an evolution. Blizzard just hasn't evolved things. And where they have evolved, actually, you can think about the StarCraft 2 campaign systems, like the StarCraft 2 gameplay situation from a campaign perspective, not the story, but the actual campaign was amazing. But then Blizzard does nothing with that for, you know, years. And it's like, okay, that's just kind of where we are right now. Seriously, these guys just don't know when to fucking quit. I'm getting tired of this shit. Greenskins, greenskins, greenskins. Okay, I guess I need to go and defend my stuff there. Because if I don't defend my stuff, they're just gonna take it. I mean, I guess it depends on what regiment's renown I have and all that. Because if it's another army of gobos, I might just win it without a result right there. Okay. That is a lot of fucking Skaven. Come on, Quickie boy. Where are you at? I kind of have an idea where he is at, by the way. Okay, so we're going to have to march right here, get a bunch of recruitment done, sort it out, all that. Yeah, let's get some of gold structures. If I can recruit a lord right here that can withstand them, I might just do so. What do we got? Discipline. Let's go with him. Yeah, we only have 2 regiments right now, but, well, not really regiments, actually, just 2 units. Yep. Okay. Tell you what, I will laugh my fucking ass off so hard by just getting Gorbad involved in another war. Problem is, the bastard loves it, so it's like kind of a bit of a problem, actually. But yeah. No, okay, so he's not willing to do that. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Do I finally meet the great Forgrim Grudgebearer? Hello, Forgrim. Nice to see you too. How you doing, buddy? Oh. Okay, so I thought for a second he was a war with Grimgore. That would have been fucking devastating. Thankfully, he's not at war with Grimgore. Whew. That would have been, the cherry on the cake, I'd say. Okay, actually, I'm going to go with 2 Iron Drakes. Yep, there we go. Okay, and if Skaven show up, I'm in a position to deal with any Skaven attacks on my location, so don't fucking provoke me, bastards. Alright. Will we hold? Well, I guess the situation does depend. But we do have certain tricks up our sleeve we can use. So we can merge a bunch of items and get some Armors of Destiny. Well, maybe not Armor of Destiny, but the same. Other Trickster Shard. So between this stuff, he should be able to survive long enough to make his presence felt. Because, like, Master Rune of Spite is capable of killing the army. You just gotta survive long enough to actually use it. Actually, do I have any heroes here? No. Anyway. How am I standing for victory conditions? I'm kind of curious at this point, because like those free hero capacity would be pretty sweet. Well, we're not too far away. We just need to kill Quake. So, yeah, GG. Yeah, he's only at war with Quake, and he's losing, so that's a scary fucking pants-frightening part. But we could deal with it. Oh, these guys are actually pretty strong as a minor faction. Like, how's their main army? Okay, so they got crap. What's Yeah, unfortunately they only have rubbish, but, you know, we give them chances. Oh, minor beastman faction actually doing shit. Oh, that's bad. Well, my Age of Reckoning right there might not succeed, unfortunately. But that's just because, you know, got stuff to do. Although, I have an idea. If I march that army right there, underway my way through it and take out the Skaven, maybe that counts for the Age of Reckoning enough. Or maybe not. And that's kind of the problem with these campaigns. The actual balancing is not designed. The baseline game balance is not designed for it right here. Regardless. And something just happened there. I'm not sure if it was a Wind of Magic spell. Yeah, it's Wind of Magic. We do have 3 Skaven factions. Clan Vulcan. Now we hold Karak Peaks against all of the world. Yeah. What time is it? Alright, so. Yeah, we can do this. We will do this. So, I'll just charge him in, try and kill their lord, and rely on the Master Rune of Smite, corner camp, etc. I finally will get rid of these bastards. They've been an annoyance. A bunch of goblins and... yeah, some of this stuff is obviously dangerous, some of it, but that's why we have woods and high ground and both these things. Actually, I'll deploy in the woods all my guys. That's why they will target him. Let's see if this works. I'm curious if I can just solo an entire army with my lord alone. Probably not, if you ask me, but hey, it would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Yeah, bad deployment, it didn't quite work out, did it? And he's still fighting. That's a lot of goblins he's killed there. The Master Rune of Spite speaks true. Actually, at this point, he's not even taking damage. Oh, that's so hilarious. Believe it or not, I don't want to kill their lord. We want to kill their army. What are you gonna do against me, buddy boy? Gotta love goblins being so rubbish that they can't do shit. Get over here. We're not done. There's more of you that need dying. The Master Rune of Spite hungers for your souls. Alright. That's victory. Not the best. Only 249 kills. I'm kind of disappointed. BMF'd. A lot of them have died. To be fair, if he attacks again, it probably will. Or will he? He might not have the movement range, actually. Given where he was before the battle, so I can just probably attack him. He will take attrition damage on the intern. Or he has the movement range. I don't know. We'll find out. Yeah. I kind of expected that he would not have the movement range for it, so I was banking on that. So what I'm going to do here is get a bunch of recruitment. We need to deal with Queek. That is my goal. Eliminate Queek. Skarsnik is dead. Alright. Let's see here. I'd say that we should move there. Hero action attempts. That's cute. Next. Alright, more income. Especially more of gold. Come on. That's annoying. There we go. That's it. They're finally gone. At long last. Is the nightmare over? Well, maybe yes, maybe no. We do have another problem. Yeah, let's get that one. Do we have anything that we can recruit here? Well, these guys will be ready one turn. Yeah. So I'm just going to recruit one unit of Thunderers. And right here... There we go. Yeah, Cazador will defend Karak. Honestly, Karak's Gall could be worthwhile trying to go for that. But I don't have. Alright, money is flowing in the treasury. So I'm gonna go for Oaths of Loyalty. Then we're gonna go include... Actually, I probably should go for related families first. Dawi Firepower. Get Snapper. I mean, why not? We got a lot of building slots there, so. Of course, there is still the problem of the Tomb Kings, but we'll figure out. Quake is losing momentum. Well, he's lost, what, half a dozen armies already? You can't keep that going forever, even as Quake. So what now? Well, I think my army there in the mountains will be marching westward. We gotta secure somehow the situation there. We got the Forest of Gloom, so I think Zufbar should be able to handle that. Maybe get the garrison building there eventually. Things are starting to get more concrete over here, I believe. So we'll find out. But there's a lot of Skaven. The Creeping Death, Dripping Fangs. Alright, so I'm at least not at war with these guys, right? And I do have those alliances, so that should protect me. Will be... I'd say the biggest problem I'm gonna have in this campaign is confederating the minor factions of dwarves. Honestly, maybe the best campaign in Old World is actually Karl Franz, because he can confederate all the Imperial factions at whim, right? Oh, you want to find me? Totally. That's a bitch. Okay, we're gonna go the long way. What's the situation we're dealing with here? Well, we just gotta kill Clan Moors. Still a problem with the grudges. Hello, Queaky boy. Yeah. So here start getting gyrocopter production online, Fate of Grimnir. Maybe artillery, but yeah, I mean, I guess I could always go for artillery right there. No, I could. No, we're gonna go for artillery. Eventually, I will want those engineers. Maybe, yeah, just free this up for a moment. Actually, I'm just gonna transfer, put the barracks right there. That is a lot of enemies. 90% ambush successions. Ooh, Belegar, you've become dangerous. Well, realistically, it's because I think, where is it? Ratcatcher, yeah, because we killed Skarsnik, that's the reason. I mean, the default chance in this area is kind of like 70%, so there's your answer. Bad Quick is... Well, at least I know Karak Peaks is... Hello. Goodbye. At least I know Queek can't just teleport on me from the north. Still gotta kill him, though. And what I'm wondering right here is whether or not Tretch has taken that territory. Or it was Queek that secured that somehow. Find out. Oh, shit. The Skaven armies are approaching. Maybe they'll leave me alone once I wipe their forces out. And one can hope. But it is 2 full stacks. Don't think Kazador has the strength to deal with that. Obviously, I could get a peace agreement with them very, very easily. Actually, maybe that's the play. Take this territory, sell it to them, and peace agreement. Peace out. Alright, let's see. Alright, so it was Queek. Yeah, dwarves are strong, not that strong. Sadly. Ironclaw mutinous boys, huh? Who the heck is he at war with? Mount Greyhag. Isn't Greyhag supposed to be under his control in the lore? I'm just saying it. That trash is rubbish? Yes. Indeed. I mean, it's just a fact of life, isn't it? Okay. What I imagine is likely going to happen here, actually... Yep, let's go with that. Yeah, we will use this army right here and underway. Okay, so Karakazor is actually in a decent enough position. It's the location here. Karak Norn, less so, but so. 6 turns. That is a decent amount of grudges. Probably goes along. Actually, yeah. It wouldn't solve the problem, but it would help. I just need more grudges. Tell you what, if I don't meet Queek, I'm gonna take Black Crag for myself. Seems legit. There's probably a good amount of grudges there in Black Crag anyway. But we'll find out. Alright, so 300 factions, so about 150 or so have been wiped out in this campaign so far. And we're what, turn 30? It's been a long 30 turn. Aha. You rodent fuckers. Alright. I'm being spiteful. Thankfully, rebellions are unlikely, but they did march through multiple territories to get to me. I mean, kinda expected an attack there, just kinda expected it would be quick first. Now Vulcan. Alright. Now you see me. Now you don't. Cafe. Well, we have a lot of movement range, clearly. There he is. At last. What's up? Wait, we got an unusual location. Where is it? Uh-huh. Cute. Get rid of that shit. Lots of money spent on that stuff, but money well spent. Rats scurrying in the dark. Tell you what, I'm angry now. And when I'm angry, bad things happen to Skaven. So let's go wipe out the fuckers. Alright, do I have anything whatsoever I could use? Sadly enough, no. Alright, get Thunderer. And you know what? I'm actually just gonna send Cazador to the north. These guys can't do shit. Anyway. We do need them cash. Who are they at war with? That would be Darks. I wonder if Kuika is gonna stand the fight, or is he gonna run like the rodent he is? How in the F did I end up at war with him? Join war, probably. The decision is pretty simple at this point. Either I get a peace treaty with Klein Vulcan, which may be the wise move right here. Right, so these guys for Enchantress. These guys are probably nearby. Ah, hello there. Kelt has arrived. The cavalry has arrived, gents. Eventually, in this world or another, I will be able to finally get. Wait, actually, I could. All right, so if I can get a peace agreement by Skullchasm, it's not enough. Of course, it's not. Need the barracks. Five turns, 36%. Quick will be worth a bit. So I reckon I believe I could make it to 50%. Did something happen there, or is that just winds of magic? Don't know. They have no retreat, by the way. Klein Vulcan right there. If East Death Pass. Let me guess, some of it is controlled by Quake, one of them, one by Rectus. All that. Okay. Yeah, you can try and get away, you will not succeed. That was a decent amount of grudges sorted out. But not enough. My problem right now is actually deciding between what I want to do. So, the paths that I have, I could go for Klein Vulcan with that army that I have in my initial province, my starting province. I could take Black Crag and go into the Darklands, but the Darklands is Grimgore, Tarak, Skulltaker. Do I really want to go with that? Maybe. Hello, little rodent. Well, I suppose the decision is made for me. You know, I could just construct this here if I... Oh no, you fucking don't, you assholes. Get the fuck out of there. Hello, Rotgut. Quick wasn't enough for you? Goodbye. Yeah, so decisions. Yeah, I'm gonna get that landmark. I need to start constructing these landmarks, but it's just gonna take a some time. Oh. That's a lot. The order tide rises, huh? Well, finally, I can get that peace agreement I wanted. I see. So that was the might of Clan Vulcan. It wasn't really impressive. So that's the decision point, isn't it? If I go here, I get Karak's skull. But there's no landmarks right here. Okay, let's take a look at the... Yeah, we need to control that. But we also need to control this. I suppose the choice is made for me. We need both of them. Queek does have Broken Axe Peak. Oh, you bastards better fuck off. I will literally declare war on you if you do that. Or I'll do nothing, actually. Like, I don't need to do anything. I can just sit on my ass and wait for Rotgut to take them out. That is exactly what I am going to do. So I'm gonna move the army northward. Yep. Or not, no. I need to move it south. Belegar will deal with Rotgut. How far am I? From any confederation would be nice at this point. Do I really want a confederation? Good question. Are all the dwarves alive? I imagine all legendary lords are alive, or vast majority of them are alive. Except the ones I've killed, of course. The distance, as well as the inherent strengths of the legendary lords, does protect them. So, that's the reason I would say that. Are you fucking... Okay. So much for that decision. We gotta defend our initial territory. The rats are gonna take it from us. That means Cazador is gonna have to deal with the south. Splitting my forces. Alright. Let's see what we can do here. That still wasn't quick. Where are you at, you bastards? Although it might just be wise to declare war, peace on them for a bit, because I got stuff to sort out. Oh. I see. Barakvar got confederated by Forgrim, then got wiped out, so now we gotta sort this mess out. Fine. Clan Vulcan gets a peace agreement for the moment. Until I can sort this out. They're getting wiped out by Zaytan, the minor Caffeine faction. She's not even at war with anyone. Yeah, so I need to try and reclaim that one. And also stop them in their tracks right here. Maybe. Yeah, gonna get intercepting underway. Hey, if you're gonna fight in the mountains with this much mountain and with you, you better be prepared. But which province is it? Do I need... No, I don't need East F Pass. I need... Yeah, so we're going to trade these two. More money. And indeed, I'll even move forces right here. Okay. Maybe I lose Sorrow, maybe I don't. It's not relevant. It's too much. It's not too relevant. Lonely Cazador. Hey, I'm gonna recruit a full force here. Someone needs to deal with Rictus. Of course they show up and attack. And then they run away, because that's all they fucking can do. That is a massive... I mean, how many armies have I killed of this guy? Like 10? I think so. And that's a problem with playing against Skaven on Legendary when you also have distances between settlements. They just keep recruiting shit. And they don't stop. You gotta fight like 100 different armies in a campaign like this. I mean, obviously there's a lot of armies in general in a campaign like this, but all the same. 294, we're finally getting closer to 200. 200 factions left. Of course, the problem is, as the number of factions gets reduced, the amount of time it takes for each of them to do their turns is going to get increased. Could I win? Maybe. No. Screw it. I'm just done. I would defend the provincial capital, but I'm just not interested in another defensive siege. My economy is in the green. Queek is about to die. You know how it is. Gorbat's gonna be a problem, though. I wonder how strong fucking Belegar would be if he was played by that eye here, because... Yeah, that's a scary proposition, isn't it? Okay. So we got this this guy right here. We gotta deal with him. Oh, that's a lot of grudges, boy. I mean, I'm talking about that one. Maybe I could pull it off somehow. What's the... Yeah, so... If I use the underway, maybe he attacks me so I can get, like, extra. Quick, my buddy, my pal. The vermin that you are. Alright, get some of these guys. Yeah, let's just get Quarrelers. Regular ones. Cazador gets dismissed for a moment. Duty is done. We need the money. It might actually work out in my favor, all of this. Because by losing those elements, obviously I lose temporary benefits, but it may go some way towards sorting that out. I mean, certainly one of these, right, I will do. Even if Quick retreats, he would need to retreat in a very specific way for me to fail that. Yeah, it would be really nice to get that one. At least this, right? At least this. Although, alternatively, there is an alternative perspective on this, which is wait until the Age Reckoning is over, then take advantage of that to get more for the next one. Rectus. Well, we'll take Black Rag, deal with that affair, and we'll see what comes of it. So there is that kind of decision making. The real question is, do I want 5% now? But that would not give me any tangible benefits, or do I want to wait, get more benefits later down the line? That is the fundamental question right here. Also, we got Gelt next to us. It's weird that... Alright, we'll take that, Solent. Yeah, so Eye of a Hawk. Although, with all these greenskin factions next to me, if I were to... Like, I think right now, like, it took me a while to get the momentum going, but now with all the recruitment, I think the next stage of Reckoning is going to be a lot easier, so... There is that dilemma. You gotta think, like, in the base game, you can kind of just, like, whatever, don't think about it. Like, some people say, oh, you gotta strategize in the base game. You don't fucking need to strategize in the base game. Anyone who tells you that is a fat fucking liar. But you definitely have, like, in this specific... Okay. So if he attacks, on this end turn, we can... Right, let's get those guys. So the decision here, whether or not they attack, let's go. I'm gonna get Oath of Loyalty, so that's just gonna be the 2 more. Right here, I need more money. I keep waiting for that Legendary Lord Confederation. I'm pretty far away, actually. They're all alive. The worst one is Grumbrindle right now. Well, that's not surprising. Malachi hasn't done much either. Wait, is the requirement increasing? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to reclaim the things there. I guess I should recruit a lord here. Why does it say... What the fuck do I know? I mean, it shouldn't, but... Yeah, just bizarre land. So, decision time. Let's see if Queek attacks. If he attacks, I might just get 50%. That gives me some Garage Cellar units on the end turn, which I can use to defend myself against Rictus. Until Belegar arrives and beats the living shit out of, you know. So, Queek decided not to attack. It's down to... it's down to those greenskins. I don't think they will. It is a pretty powerful army that I do have in that area. Yeah, that's just gonna make defense a lot harder. I might actually want to retreat there. But really what I just want to do right here is kill fucking Queek. Put an end to his reign of terror. Vengeance will be mine. Clan Fester. So let's see about those greenskins. Yeah. Ooh, thank you, buddy boy. I do appreciate your kindness. Belegar appreciates your great service to all dwarven kind. So that's over 50%, I think. For that specific Age of Reckoning. Of course, we still got Rotgut to deal with and all that, but... Let's enter a new Age of Reckoning. So what we got is that kind of benefit. That should be sufficient to stop things right there. Okay. Still not enough money. Okay. Anyway. Beastman. Fucking Beastman. Hello, Queek. Ready to die? A pathetic enough battle that I don't care about. That was 5%. And that, boys and girls, is the security of Karak Apex. Sweet victory. Upgrade that one, upgrade that one. No, actually I want to upgrade the provincial capitals for very clear and obvious reasons. the important element in that... Hello, Elspeth. Don't mind if I do get an aggression pact with you. What are we dealing with? Get up. Yeah, okay. But yeah, the important element here is it allows me to get all these units here. There we go. I guess we see on the intern if that's enough to deter. Here's the thing though, the more important detail. We are 2 settlements away from short campaign victory. Unfortunately, I don't have any regiments renown ready, but so be it. Will this rebel? Yeah, probably will. Yeah, we're already at 15% reges in a single turn, and the turn started. So next turn we should be able to... Well, it depends, I suppose. Why don't you guys control that settlement, actually? Alright. So, Relentless, Resolute. Does he have the movement range to attack? Yes, he does. Can he actually win? I don't necessarily think so. I mean, it is a small garrison. Remember, that guy does have the Master Rune of Spite. I think he does, yep. So, we're gonna give him a weapon. Do I have anything that I could give him? Unfortunately, I can't give him a weapon. And I'm certainly not going to take something from someone else. But yeah, it's like, I'm not worried about that one. Maybe I should send these guys on an expedition right here, find out what the F is going on there. Specifically in the North Korean mountains. Because I do want to know. Or rather, I want the Dwarven Underway to become active. But Rotgut is next, and now we see if Tretch is foolish enough to attack me. Yep. Time for some people to find out, one or another. Maneater is losing pretty badly against whoever he's fighting. So he didn't attack, but he put me under siege, so I'm guessing the army he has is not strong enough to actually defeat me. Though, if it's not strong enough to defeat me there, probably isn't strong enough to defeat me in general. Yeah, Guild's pretty safe, I think. He might be a war with Gorbad, but yeah, I think it's pretty safe. Okay. $280 factions. 279. Another one dies. Another one bites the dust. Obviously, there's over 100 legendary lords. So not all of them are in this, right? You want a war? Okay, buddy. If you want it, We'll give it to you. Here. We'll go for war. Alright, so Rotgut is just irrelevant. So my view currently is either getting a non-aggression pact, or sorry, a defensive alliance with Karak Norn, seeing what's up there in the Northern Green Mountains, probably Kemler, if I were to make an educated guess on the subject. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's tier 3. I do want the Dragon Slayer. He is serious. That is hilarious. Genuinely. Alright, let's deal with that. We can sort out the Beastmen in a bit. But for the moment, I just got different things to worry about. Yeah, get a cannon. Either way. Ah, he took the brewery, damn it. That's a shame. I'm not quite ready to... Jeez. Well, it's not too bad. Who the fuck am I kidding? That's one fucked up dwarf. Yep, miner's instincts. There won't be a rebellion right here. I do have enough for the deeps right there at least. Problem is the money. Okay. Yep, get another Jaro. So I think I'm... That's Blood River Valley. Do we need it? No. 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 Still got the Norska grudge. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to take this. Barrack Fire obviously is a very useful settlement. The decision I have to make is whether or not I want to take this army to try... No. Fuck no. I am not picking a Vital Gorbat. No, 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 no. That is just not happening. Okay. Repair that. Alright, so he's gonna... So I'm going to start recruiting some stuff right there for him. Right, so turn 32, gentlemen. I'm going to save. Let's call it part 1. I've taken Karak Peaks. I've secured that situation. It's been interesting. But that's gonna be it for a moment. Now, before I do sign off, I am actually kind of curious to see the map. You know, just to know exactly what's going on. So, Rapunzel, yeah, as expected. Yeah. Yeah, Rapunzel has taken most of the desert right here, so I scrag a good chunk of it. But yeah, it's kind of not significant anyway, so no significant empire right here. I mean, you could argue Rapunzel, but just kind of whatever. In this location, seems to me Iceland's getting his ass whooped to some extent. No, not really. I mean, yeah, no decisive win either there. I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of like, well, not really. Axial is doing pretty well for himself. What's that though? Okay, Agents of the Moon Cafe. Well, Emmerich is it's becoming something. But he's got Malice Darkblade right there. Yeah. Okay. Gorst is irrelevant. Drazov. Okay. Zaytan. Oof, that's gonna be a problem. Zaytan's taken most of Zarnagrud. He's gonna be a mega fucking issue. And there's no one that can stop him. Like, Greasus is like irrelevant. Grimgor, where is Grimgor? He's not doing shit. He's just like, I am just going to besiege this element forever. Fucking Grimgor. Ooh, Ungrim. Yeah, Ungrim's doing pretty good for himself right here, so he might just clip Grimgor's wings. We do have the Desolation of Drakenmore right there. There is a portal. That's for Belegar, of course. Yeah, Vlad is not really that special, or Elspeth. Carl is marching on Marienburg because of fucking course he is. I'm guessing he's marching on Marienburg, though I wouldn't necessarily put my fingers in it. Katrin's controlling a decent chunk. Astalton as well. Maybe more than a decent chunk. Yeah, Kislev's doing pretty okay for itself, right, by the looks of it. Fra hasn't even taken all of Helpit. Yeah, because he doesn't start a war with all those factions, that's an issue. There's this mix of obvious factions that are doing shit, and then factions that are doing squat, so it's like just, yeah, whatever. Like, look, Malachi being passive and doing shit when under AI control, though, is expected. You want to know what all of this is, by the way? Yeah, that's Archeon. Archeon is becoming powerful. Well, maybe. Depends on how you want to fucking view it. But yeah, he's vassalized. I'm guessing. So he doesn't have the Dolgan, but no. So he's got just these guys. Or maybe more than just those guys. No, that's Dolgan. Okay. Yeah, so far in 32 turns, and yeah. Ooh. Alif and Arian Bow and Marcus Wolfhard. Order tied one on Albion, as it should be. Wulfric is, I guess Wulfric is the most powerful faction. Yeah. Trog is dead, so it's like down to Wulfric to carry the fucking Norska banner. Maybe I should use defeated Legendary Lords mod over here. But that's essentially what's happened in this campaign. So, my view on, and that's kind of the problem I have with a mod like this, right? That's like, though that's also an issue with the base game too. Like factions not doing shit for a very, very long time. Though, one difference I would like to highlight is that in the base game, they are so close each other to Legendary Lords that the other Legendary Lords end up fighting them and limiting them, and it's all that. Here, they don't have that. Like, you can argue faction potential, but I'm not buying that specific argument. Anyway, Go signing